Hi, this is another edition of my Hermit Crab Terrarium. As you can see, I've once again gone through and rearranged everything again. I'm just going to show you what mine looks like. I decided to rearrange it a little bit more. They seem to love it so far. You can always tell when your Hermit Crab doesn't like how it's set up because they'll just sit there and do nothing. But my Hermit Crabs, as you can see, they look like they're enjoying themselves. Right there, that is Leela. She's climbing. Hermit crabs love to climb, which is why I put all this stuff in here for them to climb on. It is actually very important that you have things in the terrarium for them to climb on, because otherwise they lose that natural instinct to want to climb. They will naturally climb, and they love climbing. They also love to dig, and from the looks of it, it looks like they've been digging enough already. I already changed it around in here this morning. I cleaned it up a little bit, and well, it looks like they've gone through and started digging again. As you can see, there's a hole right there. Somebody started digging. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff in here. I switched out the shells and put some new shells in there for them. See, there's the mess that they made again, digging. They threw sand in their dirt and sand in their food, and they're so crazy sometimes. Sometimes they're a pain in the butt, but you gotta love them. They got sand in their water all over the place in here. And this right here, I actually want to point out, this is actually one of those cricket pillows. It's a water pillow, and I put it in there because it helps sustain the moisture in the habitat, and it's winter and it's summer right now, so I wanted to make sure that enough moisture was in the terrarium for them, because sometimes in the summer it dries out in here a lot because I have the top open on the terrarium so it doesn't get too hot in there. But here, let's go say hi to Leela. Hey Leela. There you are. You're hanging out for dear life, aren't you? Huh? Yeah, what a good crab. And there's Plum down here. He's hiding from the camera. Plum, you dug that hole over here, didn't you? Yes, you did. I saw you do it. Let's go check on George. George is one of my more active hermit crabs. And right now he's been a little bit dormant right now because he just molted. And he's over here. He's digging himself back in the hole. But he just molted. And I just wanted to show you something. Let me pull George out of here for a second. Come on, George. Oh, you're a mess. But George went through a molting process, and somehow or another he injured himself. I'm not sure how, but if you look at his leg right here, it's not fully attached. His leg, somehow or another, he injured his leg, and he lost the very tip portion of it, and so it'll come back. Hermit crabs regrow their body parts. If they lose a leg, they will regenerate that leg during the next molting process. So if your hermit crab loses a leg, don't worry about it too much. It will regenerate once they go through the next molting process. So George will have no tip to his leg until the next molting process, and then once he molts again, he will regenerate that leg, and it'll probably be a little smaller than what he had before, but it will regenerate, and eventually, probably during the next molting process, it'll probably be normal size again. But yes, this is I rearranged it. It's afternoon, so these guys were probably all pooped out from clunking around all last night, because that's all I heard last night was clunk, clunk, clunk. So I wouldn't suggest putting these things in with a kid, because they'll probably be scared to death, but that's all they hear. All they'll hear is the clunky noise from the crabs. But here you go, those are my crabs. And oh, here's Fry. Oh, Fry, come on. Fry's always camera shy. But yeah, I see somebody went digging all over the place in there. But yes, this is my terrarium, and this is kind of what I suggest doing. It's just making sure they have enough things to climb on. If you don't have a terrarium this big, you can always find different ways, creative ways. I've seen a lot of people where they've developed a second level on their terrarium by putting like a piece of board up here, but you have to make sure that that board is not treated with any kind of chemicals, because the hermit crabs do eat wood, so you can't put anything treated in there with chemicals. But this is my update on my hermit crabs, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you!